Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. We are continuing reading from Bhagavad Gita. So we have read till 28. So continuing from, 31 we have read. So 31 is speaking about one thing only, that because simply for the as a Kshatriya of duty of a Kshatriya, you should fight. You should not hesitate to fight. Then only you can be happy. And 32, Yadrichayalab Sarvaram Apavritam Sukhina Kshatriya Partha Labhante Yuddhamidrisham. So this kind of fights which are unsought will actually Swargadvaram. They open the gates for the heavenly planets. This is Sukhina Kshatriya Partha. These are very fortunate, blessed Kshatriyas Partha. He's saying. Okay. Apartha, happy are the Kshatriyas to whom the such fighting opportunities are unsought, opening for them the doors for heavenly planets. So he's saying that the second reason, that how can I be happy without my relatives? They are all being killed. How can I be happy? So for that, Krishna is telling, oh, you can be happy by like this, even if you die in the battlefield. Warriors are happy to obtain such battle. It comes by chance. By chance means on its own accord. It opens the doors for heaven. We read this, Haribol, already we read this. Hare Krishna, devotees. Did we read this yesterday? It's highlighted, it's visible. Hare Krishna. Anybody remembers? Hare Krishna. Problem? Haribol Loknath Prabhu, did we read this?
From my side, I'm not remembering.
Huh?
From my side, I'm not remembering.
I have highlighted here. No. Okay, we'll read ahead. No problem. Swami, please read up.
Purport 2.32. As supreme teacher of the world, Lord Krishna condemns the attitude of Arjuna, who said, I do not find any good in this fighting. It will cause perpetual habitation in hell. Such statement by Arjuna were due to ignorance only. He wanted to become non-violent in the discharge of his specific duty. For a Kshatriya, to be on the battlefield and to become non-violent is a philosophy of fools. In the Parasara Smriti, or religious quotes made by Parasara, the great sage and father of Vasudeva, it is stated, Kshatrohi Praja Raksham
Prajarakshan Shastra Pani Pradanayan Tandayan Nirjitya Parasainyadi Shitim Dharmena Palajet.
The Kshatriya's duty is to protect the citizens from all kinds of difficulties, and for that reason, he has to apply violence in suitable cases for law and order. Therefore, he has to conquer the soldiers of inimical kings, and thus, with religious principles, he should rule over the world. Considering all aspects, Arjuna had no reason to refrain from fighting. If he should conquer his enemies, he would enjoy the kingdom, and if he should die in the battle, he would be elevated to the heavenly planets, whose doors were wide open to him. Fighting would be for his benefits in either case.
So he was telling the reason that I'll become unhappy by losing my skins. He's saying, okay, go ahead, reading the quote.
Moreover, more than even the victorious, those who die in a just battle attain happiness. By killing Bhishma and others, you make them happier, even without doing Karma Yoga. One attain Swarga through the battle without any obstructions. Aparatam.
Apavarta means the door open. Yeah, go ahead.
Moreover, since without your effort, this war will bring great benefit, your fear is not justified. Chai is used here for emphasis only. Yadacha,
Yadruchayacha.
just without effort. Fortunate. Sukhinaha. Kshatriya obtained such wars, the great warriors such as Bhishma, which comes to them without effort. Because if they are victorious, they attain fame and kingdom by honest effort. And if they die, they will quickly attain Swarga. The Lord indicates this by saying that there is no obstacle to attain Swarga. Swarga Dwaram Aparatam. Whereas by performance of the uh, Jyotistoma sacrifice, one attains Swarga only after a long time. Thus, the Lord indicates the superiority of fighting to sacrifice. I think yesterday we read through this.
That's what I'm telling, but Loknath was saying no. Anyway, now by reading this, by fighting this war without any effort, we will go back to Swarga at least if we don't get the kingdom. So it is unsought. See, war needs to be done. Huh? When the war needs to be done, the two forces should be there. Two sides should be. Now he's only doing one part of that, right? One part only he is doing and he has to fight. That's all. He'll go like that. Adachetvamevam dharmyam sangramam na karishyati tata swadharmam kirtincha hitva papamam apsyasi. Now if you don't do this, if you don't do this, because it's your duty of fighting, not religious, to establish the religious principle. It's your duty to fight. If you don't do this, then what will happen? You will incur sin. If you don't want to take part in this word. Okay, Mehnat, bro, read it. Mehnat, bro, missing. Nikhil, bro, also difficult. Santosh, bro, read.
Perform this religious
Santosh, bro, I think some problem with the bandwidth of yours. On 236, we need to read. That's right, don't put bookmark. Santosh, bro, your bandwidth is low. I think we are not able to hear you. I switched off my video. Still, it is difficult to hear you, for us to hear. Okay. But Logan was telling we had read 36. Yesterday we read this 34, 35, I think. Okay. 36. Avachya vadamscha bahun vishyanti tavahitah nindantastasva nindantastva samadhyam tato dukkataram nakim. Your enemies will describe you in many unkind words and scorn your ability. What could be more painful for you? So if you don't, you think that you'll be happy without doing what? But your enemies will scorn at you. Duryodhana and others, Karna, all these people will scorn at you. They'll speak all bad words. For bad words, Kshatriya is better than death. Getting that bad words actually. So the unspeakable words about you, citizens, criticizing your abilities, what could be more painful for you? So how can you be not? How can you be happy without doing war? That's what Krishna's question is. Lord Krishna was asked in the beginning of the at Arjuna's uncalled for plea for compassion, and he described the compassion as befitting non-Aryans. Now, in so many words, he has proved his statements against Arjuna's so-called compassion. They'll speak of you in ill terms. Avachya vadan, such as a coward. They'll speak. Moreover, the enemies, sons of Dhritarashtra, will criticize you previously, recognize bravery, and call you many displeasing words. A barren sesame seed, unless a person. What extreme pain you will receive than from hearing such, will receive from such from hearing such displeasing words. Thus, these 6 words have shown that avoiding a war will bring about infamy and loss of Swarga. Also unhappiness, no, for Arjuna, right? So he's thinking that with fighting, I'll become unhappy. No. Without fighting, you'll become unhappy. So now he's speaking in 37. Hatova prapsyasi swargam jitva va bokshase mahim. Tasmad dudishta kaunteya yuddhaya kruta nischayah. So that's why Kaunteya, get up and fight. So now you'll be killed on battlefield in heavenly planets, or you'll conquer and enjoy the earthly kingdom. Therefore, get up with determination, fight. Being killed, you'll attain heaven. Being defeated, enjoy the earth. Therefore, rise, O son of Kunti, fight first with determination. Purport: even though there was no certainty in the victory of Arjuna's side, he still had to fight. Even being killed there would be elevated to heavenly planets. So even losing the war is benefiting. What to speak of winning the war? My victory may not be certain. Therefore, why should I encourage me more? He answers in this verse. I'm giving up the battle because it's uncertain that I will even be victorious. Even being defeated, even being defeated and killed, you will attain Swarga. Being victorious, you will enjoy the earth. In both cases, you gain. That's what Baladev is saying. So Sukha Dukkha Same Kritva Labha Labho Jaya Jayo Tato Yuddhaya Yujyasva Naivam Papamavapsyasi. So do thou fight for the sake of fighting without considering happiness and distress, loss or gain, victory or defeat. And by doing so, you shall never incur any sin. Being equal in happiness and distress, in gain and loss, in victory or defeat, engage in the battle, you will never incur any sin. So he said, "Na papam avakshasi." So I will get sin by fighting this war, by killing my own relatives. And that's what his argument was. Arjuna's argument was. He said, no, if you don't fight, then you will be cursing. That's what Krishna's answer. So Swami Prabhu, read it.
Lord Krishna now directly says that Arjuna should fight for the sake of fighting because he desired the battle. There is no consideration of happiness or distress, profit or loss, victory or defeat in the activities of Krishna consciousness. That everything should be performed for the sake of Krishna is transcendental consciousness. So there is no reaction to material activities. He who acts for his own sense gratification, either in goodness or in passion, is subject to the reason, so subject to the reaction, good or bad. But he who has completely surrendered himself in the activities of Krishna consciousness is no longer obliged to anyone, nor is he a debater to anyone.
Debt means
debtor. Yeah. Debtor to anyone, as one is in the ordinary course of activities. It is said, Devarshi Bhuta.
Devarshi Bhutatman Runam Pitrunam Naking Karonayam Rundi Charajan Sarvatmana Yahasravanam Sharanyam Tato Mukundam Pariratya Kartam.
Anyone who has completely surrendered onto Krishna, Mukunda, giving up all other duties, is no longer a debtor, nor he is obligated to anyone. Not the demigods, nor the sages, nor the people in general, nor kinsmen, nor humanity, nor forefathers. That is the indirect hint given by Krishna to Arjuna in this verse. And the matter will be more clearly explained in the following verses.
Next verse onwards, he's supposed to simply do his duty as a duty only. He is not a debtor at all. He is doing under the instruction. He is supposed to just do the duty. That too, the coming verses after 38, the next section starts about Nishkama Karma Yoga. Nishkama Karma Yoga or Buddhi Yoga is also called. Buddhi Yoga. Buddhi Yoga is acting in knowledge for somebody else's purpose. It's basically some superior's purpose. Vishwanath Thakur purport I'll read. Others are not able to read, I think. Can anybody read? Other than, so yes, Loknath, read.
In all ways, your fighting is an act of dharma. If you fear that it will produce sin, I have shown you that it will not be a cause of sin. Therefore, fight. The Lord gives these instructions in this verse. Being equal in happiness and distress, which are caused by gain and loss, such as gain and loss of a kingdom, which are in turn caused by victory and defeat in the war, understanding that both results are equal through a discerning mind, equipped with that knowledge, you will not incur sin at all. It will also be stated later. Nityatena sapapena padmapatram divam basha. One is not touched by sin, as the lotus leaf is not touched by water.
So this is very important thing to understand what it is. When Sukha Dukkha Samayakruta, actually Prabhupada is giving commentary in such a way that actually activities in Krishna consciousness, they don't incur any sin. Because devotee is not worried about either profit or loss, victory or defeat, loss or gain. He is not worried about that. So loss or gain is in the Niti Shastra, Artha Shastra. And Niti Shastra, Dharma Shastra, it talks about Sukha Dukkha. Whereas the Jnana, the knowledge, in knowledge when we do the activities, why am I doing this? What am I doing? For what purpose? If one does in this knowledge, he will never get any sin. This is what again and again Krishna says in the later chapters, also 3rd and 5th chapter also, Krishna says the same thing. So one has to do this Sukha Dukkha Same Kritva. How can one see Sukha and Dukkha same? Krishna Prabhupada clearly does. In Krishna consciousness, there's no Sukha, no Dukkha. A devotee, he doesn't worry about whether it is this activity is giving pleasing me or it is displeasing. He simply renders devotion service. So renders devotion service, what is good for devotion service? So it will never incur sin at all. So Baldev Devotion purport will read. Yes, Loknath, read.
Yeah, explained by verse 33 and the verse following it, that I will attain sin by not fighting since I will be giving up my duty. But I should not fight because from war to gain a kingdom. It is not so. You will not incur sin by killing them when you are fighting with the desire for liberation. This is explained in this verse. Being equal means to remain unchanging in this world in all circumstances. Not being attached to happiness and its cause, and not having this cause, not attaining a kingdom due to defeat. Being of unchanging heart, engage in fighting. Engage in the fighting only for your duty. As a fighter, you will not incur sin in killing them because of your disposition of desiring liberation. One who fights with hankering for material desires incurs sin, but one who desires true knowledge destroys infinite sins accumulated from the past. How does one become inclined to fighting, charity, or other actions without desire for results? It is difficult. Understand that attachment to the infinite bliss of Atma is the inspiration, just as an attachment to kingdom is the inspiration for the fool who throws himself off a cliff.
How did you read that? Below also visible, huh?
PDF files.
Oh, you're reading from PDF. Okay. Sukha Dukkha Same Kritva. So in this consciousness, when we do, it will not bind us. This part is big. Okay. Are there any questions? We'll read from 39 tomorrow. Okay.
So at last, Baldev Vidyabhushan is referring to an example now, bro. What is that? Just as an attachment to kingdom is the inspiration for the fool who throws himself off a cliff.
Yeah. See, attachment to.
Is there any?
Yeah, he's saying about understand the attachment to the infinite bliss of Atma is the inspiration. Just as attachment to kingdom is the inspiration for a fool who throws himself off a cliff. Okay, understand that attachment to the infinite bliss of Atma is the inspiration for performing this duty. That first line is understandable. Just as the attachment to kingdom okay. See, what he's saying is a person who is a fool, who wants kingdom. If he doesn't get, no, I'll commit suicide. So for him, what is attachment? Is it not? Now what the other parties are doing? Krishna is there on the other side, right? They're practically killing themselves, right? What they're doing out of?
Attachment to the kingdom.
Attachment to the kingdom, they're committing suicide. Correct, no? They're going to be killed, no?
Yes.
That's why he's saying that throwing ourselves off from the cliff. Okay?
Okay.
Yes. Thank you. Hope others could hear properly at least. They were not able to read up. Thank you all very much. Again, we'll meet tomorrow. Tomorrow 39 will read. Hare Krishna.